So in this video, I'll show you the one thing that ends overthinking for good. The one mindset shift high value men master that keeps them calm, confident, and completely in control when dealing with women. And by the end, you'll know exactly how to stop spinning mental circles and finally move like the man who knows what he's doing. So if you're ready, come along with me. Jessica OS here, welcome to the channel. Once you master this, you will never overthink again. Overthinking is control addiction. Most men think overthinking means they care too much. They say, I just don't want to mess this up. But let's call it what it really is. A need to control everything because deep down you're scared of losing something you never truly had control over in the first place. You see, overthinking isn't love. It's fear in disguise. You're not analyzing, you're anticipating rejection before it even happens. You're not being thoughtful, you're being terrified of making the wrong move. And that fear makes you hesitant, needy, and reactive. 3 things that kill attraction faster than anything else. Think about it. When a woman feels your energy shift from confident curiosity to emotional control mode, she instantly will feel less safe with you. And it's not because you're some bad guy, but basically she'll sense that you're not rooted. You're too in your head to be in the moment with her. You're not leading the interaction anymore. You're trying to manage it. And some women can smell insecurity like smoke. When you pause too long before replying to her text, she feels the hesitation. When your tone changes because she didn't respond the way that you hoped for, she feels that emotional wobble. When you replay her last sentence in your mind, trying to decode if there's some hidden meanings behind it, she could feel that uncertainty, even if she doesn't consciously know why. That's the problem. She doesn't need to read your mind. She can feel your state. And your state tells her whether you're a man she can trust or a man she can test. Here's a story. Now, one of my coaching clients, let's call him B, right, who's dating this gorgeous, witty woman who matched his energy perfectly at first. But as soon as she started pulling back, he went into overdrive. He overanalyzed every emoji she sent, every delay in her response. He would text me secret screenshots. Basically, he was trying to decode like the Da Vinci Code. Guess what happened? The more he obsessed, the colder she became. One night she texted, "You think too much." He hated hearing that, but she was right. His overthinking made her feel like he wasn't grounded, like he needed her validation before he could breathe. You see, when he finally stopped caring about the outcome, stopped trying to fix, to prove, or predict, she came back around because now he was calm, he was unpredictable. And unpredictability, if you watch this channel, you already know, is attractive. Truth is, overthinking is your brain's attempt to avoid emotional risk. You're trying to feel safe, but safe doesn't create desire. Safety creates predictability. Predictability kills excitement. Women are drawn to men who trust themselves, men who can say the wrong thing, laugh it off, and still own the room. Because that kind of man radiates control without needing control, If you find yourself overthinking everything she says or does, just remember this. You're not trying to win her heart. You're just trying to avoid pain. And attraction doesn't grow in fear. It grows in freedom. The one skill that ends overthinking. Get this. The opposite of overthinking isn't confidence. It's detachment. Let that sink in. Because confidence can still be faked. You can puff your chest, throw on your cologne, act cool, and still be dying inside every time she leaves you unread. But detachment, that's where the real power lies. That's when you reach a point where you genuinely don't need her reaction to feel okay about yourself. Emotional detachment means you can enjoy someone without actually depending on them. You can desire a woman deeply without making her validation your oxygen. It's not coldness or apathy, it's emotional self-control. When you're detached, you stop chasing comfort, you start creating it. You stop reacting to what she does, you start responding from who you are. And the moment a woman feels that kind of grounded energy, she will relax into your frame because now she knows she can't push you off center. See, most men crumble when they don't get the outcome they want. She takes hours to text back and suddenly your mind spirals. Did I say something wrong? Is she losing interest? Should I double text? But when you're detached, you don't chase reassurance. You stay calm because you know your value doesn't fluctuate based on her attention span. You become the man who says, if she's in, great. If she's not, I'll be fine. That's detachment. And ironically, that's what makes her more attracted. Women are emotional creatures. Remember that. We test to see if your emotions can lead ours. When you're calm while we're being unpredictable, you pass the test without even trying. When you stay composed while we're distant, we'll feel safe. When you stop begging for certainty, we start giving you more of it. Here's the paradox. The moment you stop needing her to chase you, she'll start wanting to. I've seen this play out 100 times. One of my clients was dating a woman who constantly tested him, canceling plans, disappearing for days, giving him just enough to keep him hooked. You know, he'd call me frustrated, saying things like, Jess, I just can't read this girl. One minute she's warm, next minute she's cold. I told him, good, stop trying to read her. Start reading yourself. He pulled back, he stopped chasing closure, started focusing on his purpose again. Gym, business, friends, you know. He didn't ghost her, he just stopped orbiting her. And within a week she texted him, "You've been quiet lately." I laughed. You see, women aren't drawn to men they can control. They're drawn to men they can't predict. Detachment makes you unpredictable, but not unstable. It's a silent statement that says, I'm happy with or without you. That's the emotional freedom that ends overthinking. You're no longer at war with your thoughts because, well, you're no longer at war with the outcome. You accept what it is instead of clinging to what it might be. And from that place, your decisions get sharper, your voice steadier, your presence magnetic. So here's the mindset to tattoo on your brain. Say, my peace matters more than her attention. Because once you start living by that, everything else will change. You stop overthinking, you start leading. The world, including women, responds to you differently. Point 3, how to practice detachment. So now that you know that detachment is the cure to overthinking, let's figure out how to actually get there, right? When your brain won't shut up and your emotions are still running wild, you can't just say, I'm detached now and expect instant peace. I get it. It's training, mental reps, just like in the gym. The gains come from discipline and not desire. Okay, so let's jump into it. Let's break that down just a little bit. I'll give you a few pointers, okay? A couple of steps to help you get there. First is awareness, obviously, you know. Catch that thought, that overthinking thought, before it catches you, because overthinking starts quietly. That one tiny what if she's losing interest, what if I shouldn't have said that? If you don't intercept that thought, it becomes a movie in your mind that never ends. Okay, so do this instead. The moment you feel yourself spiraling, name it out loud. Say, I'm overthinking. It sounds stupidly simple, but that single act does something powerful. It shifts you from being in the thought to observing the thought. And that's awareness. And awareness is the first crack in the wall of obsession. When you see your thoughts instead of swimming in them, you take your power back. You stop reacting to imaginary problems and start responding to reality, what's in front of you. Right? Step 2, refocus. Get out of your head and into your body. You see, you can't be stuck in your head when your body's in motion. The fastest way to quiet mental noise is through physical grounding. Lift weights, go for a walk, hit the gym. Even controlled breathing will work. When you move, you redirect your blood flow, slow down cortisol, remind your body who's in charge. That's why calm men look confident. It's not because they think less, but because they feel more present in the moment. And you see, women will never say it out loud, but when you're grounded, we feel it. Your voice slows down, your eye contact lingers, your touch feels secure instead of seeking. You become the calm in the storm, the calm that is seductive. Step 3, replace, rewire that narrative. So you need to know this, that every overthinking loop is built on a what if, okay? If you flip it, what if she doesn't text back? And you say, even if she doesn't, I'm fine. Or what if she's not into me? And you think, even if she's not, I'll attract someone who is. That one word, even, or 2 words, even if, is your mental armor. It trains your mind to accept every possible outcome without losing your composure. And that's detachment happening in real time. It's not pretending you don't care. It's knowing you'll survive no matter what happens. Get it? Step 4, reward. You want to anchor that calm. So most guys only reward themselves when they get the girl, but you should reward yourself when you stay composed. Every time you interpret a spiral, you want to acknowledge it, right? Every time you don't double text, give yourself credit. And eventually, guess what's going to happen? Detachment will become your default setting. You stop reacting to women and they start reacting to you. Let's say you're texting a woman you like. Okay, she replies fast all week and then suddenly silence. Now, the old you, of course, would panic, probably check your phone every 10 minutes, rewrite drafts in your notes, you know. The detached you notice the urge, you breathe, you put your phone down and go on to do something productive. You refuse to chase. By the time she finally messages you back with, "Oh, sorry, I've been busy," you've already moved on mentally. And she can feel that difference, the absence of pressure. You see, detachment isn't playing games, it's emotional independence. You stop needing reassurance because you've built your own stability. And once you do, overthinking dies. It has nothing left to feed on. So remember this, say, "I don't chase calm, I create it." Master that, and you stop being the man who waits to be chosen and become the man that every woman's afraid to lose. Point 4, the transformation. You see, when you finally master detachment, something unexpected happens. You stop chasing women, and women start chasing you. You stop rehearsing every word before you speak, and suddenly your conversations will start to flow better. You stop worrying if she'll text back, and somehow she always will. And it's not because you became smoother or richer or better looking, but simply because your energy shifted from anxious to anchored. The internal shift inside, you feel lighter, you wake up and your first thought isn't, "Did she reply?" It's, "What do I have to accomplish today?" Your focus moves from, "How do I make her like me?" to, "How do I like myself more?" That change radiates through every interaction. Your tone deepens, your movements slow down, you stop filling the silences with nervous chatter. You let her feel it. Because now silence isn't awkward, it's power, you see? And that's what women find irresistible. The man who's comfortable in his own presence. Not overanalyzing or nervous or over-explaining. Calm certainty. The kind that makes her heartbeat speed up with no logical reason. You see, when you reach this level, the world responds differently. Women flirt harder because they sense the challenge. Men, your fellow men, respect you because you're not competing for attention. Opportunities show up because your energy's steady and not desperate. That's the irony. The same men who used to overthink every text eventually become the one women overthink about. Because that calm generates mystery. Mystery is a fuel for attraction. She starts wondering, why isn't he chasing me? Why is he so composed? What makes him so sure of himself? And that curiosity drives her towards you faster than any pickup line ever could. The emotional freedom. Overthinking drains life. Detachment gives it back. You can love fully without losing yourself. You can walk away without resentment. You can stay when it feels right and leave when it doesn't, without collapsing. That's emotional freedom, and that's what you need. It's masculinity at peace. And that's what makes you unforgettable. When a woman experiences that energy, she remembers it long after you're gone. Because that calm confidence that you exude, it leaves an imprint. Guys, wake up. Overthinking should never be a challenge. Master these and you'll be fine, right? My name is Jessica OS. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you got value from it, you know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share with another brother who needs to see this, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.